Good evening everyone, it's Kerry here. As promised, this is just a bit of advice and a few hints for really getting the most out of your reading. Now, obviously I know that you can all read, of course. You can read the words, and even if you find a few words in the text that you don't quite know the meaning of, you can probably make do without them. However, there is so much more to reading than just sounding out the words. Learning to read shouldn't end when you graduate to chapter books in Year 2. It should be an ongoing process of skill development and practice. As a teacher, that's something I'm really passionate about. Unfortunately, a lot of people are never told this at school. It's a failing of the high school system in particular, I think, that so many people are unaware of what skills they could be using while reading. You can think of swimming as a little bit like reading. If you throw any adult in a pool, they'll probably find a way of staying afloat. Technically, this means they're swimming. It's the same with reading. If we chuck you into a book and you run your eyes over the words and can sound them out, technically you're reading. But there's a lot more to swimming than simply staying afloat, and there's certainly a lot more to reading than just running your eyes over the text. Further, unfortunately, if all you do is run your eyes over the text, you will find it very hard to stay afloat at uni. You'll sink under all the reading you were supposed to be doing very fast. So, what can you do to build your fitness as a great academic reader? I have two main things I'd like to suggest for you, and I really hope they help. Firstly, in the same way that when you're training for a particular sport, say swimming, you spend time breaking down the individual skills needed, for example practicing your stroke, your kick, your breathing, your rhythm, your tumble turn, etc. In reading there are also a range of discrete skills that you can practice to make your overall reading better. So this is my first message. There are specific individual skills that you can practice in order to be a better academic reader. Secondly, in the same way that you have to train to be good at a sport, you have to train to be good at academic reading. And to begin with, learning to apply new skills to your reading will take some time and effort. You might even feel slower to start with, and you might not find time to do it for every reading, and that's okay too. It is really worth persevering with learning good reading skills though, for the payoff, particularly at assignment time. So this is my second message. It will take time to get good at new reading skills, but it is worth it. So where to from here? There are dozens of different books and programs and systems that will teach you the skills of being a good academic reader. Some are better than others, but they all have the same basic structure of looking over the text and asking questions, reading and understanding the text, and then making notes and reviewing. One of my favourite systems is called muscle reading. I've attached some information about muscle reading to this thread that I think you'll find helpful. One is the How Muscle Reading Works PDF, which explains the skills. The other is a note-taking template that I use when I'm reading. Print them off, have a go, and let me know how you go. Even if you only practice some of these skills some of the time, it will make a really big difference. Have fun!